Hi y'all! Today we are going to be doing Italian Easter bread. For this, we got sugar, milk, flour, salt, butter, eggs, yeast. We have some dyed Easter eggs, and we have some sprinkles. But before we get to baking, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to learn a new recipe every week, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to baking. Alright y'all, so in a mixing bowl we're going to take half a cup of sugar, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. We're going to take 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, or 1 package, 2 eggs, we've gone ahead and heated up 1 1/4 of a cup of milk. We've also gone ahead and melted 1/3 of a cup of butter. Now we're going to go ahead and get this mixed together. Now we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. Go ahead and start getting this mixed up. Once we got that started to mix together, we're going to go ahead and gradually start mixing in another 2 cups of flour. You might have to occasionally scrape the sides. Now we're going to knead this for about 12 minutes. After about 10 minutes in the mixer, we're going to go ahead and move over to a counter. Alright, I have some flour on some parchment paper. We're just going to finish kneading this by hand just for a couple minutes, just make sure it's good. Then once our dough is good, we're going to shape it into a ball, and we're going to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. At that point, I'll bring you back. Hey y'all, after about 10 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cut this in half, or as close to as possible. And then we're going to cut those halves in half. And then you would never guess, we're going to cut those quarters in half. Now we want to roll this out. We're going to add a few twists. And then we're going to pinch these ends together. Sit to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and cover these with a tea towel. And we're going to let these rise for about an hour. At that point, I'll bring you back. Hi y'all. After an hour, boom, we got it has arisen. Now I got a baking sheet here. And because of how these are going to rise in the oven, you can only get 2 per baking sheet. So I got all of mine on cooking sheets, but we got 2 right here. Now we gone ahead and made an egg wash by beating 1 egg with just a splash of cold water. We're going to go ahead and paint each of these very well. Once we got it covered in a good egg wash, we're going to go ahead and take our sprinkles. Alright, Now we have our dyed Easter eggs. Now you can use hard-boiled already, or you can use raw. If you use raw, you'll wind up with about the equivalent of a soft-boiled egg. When you're done, we're going to sit those right in the center. Do not push them down. They will sink as they bake. Now we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to throw these in there for about 15 to 18 minutes until they're done. At that point, I'll bring you back. Alright, y'all. So I cooked mine for about 17 minutes till they're all golden brown. Pull them out of the oven and immediately transfer them to a cooling rack. Now we want to let them cool completely. Now if you used a hard-boiled egg to begin with, treat it as a hard-boiled egg. You're going to want to pull these eggs out. You don't want them sitting out for more than 2 hours. Same thing with a soft, if you used a raw egg, you'd have a soft-boiled egg. Same concept. But if you like this video, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button down below. There's a video over here that YouTube thinks you should watch. I hope you have a wonderful Easter. And until next time, keep on cooking on.